Well, hello everyone, sports fans, Cardinal Nation. Well, what a great way to open up the 2025 season. Winning today 5 to 3 over the Minnesota Twins. And yeah, winning on opening day. Uh, and home opener in St. Louis is, really unlike any other in Major League Baseball. And well, ironically, there was actually a delay. Uh, First pitch was supposed to be at 3:15, and it was not until about 4:45, I think. So yeah, there was a delay due to rain, but able to uh, play, and yeah, 5 to 3 win against Minnesota, a team that missed out on the playoffs last year, but not by much. So both these teams had kind of similar years last season. They both missed out on the playoffs, but they both finished at 500. Uh, and yeah, the Twins I think last year were like the favorites to win the AL Central after they made it the year before. Uh, and yeah, so Sonny Gray in his first opening day start as a Cardinal facing his old team there, where just 2 years ago he was like runner up in Cy Young voting. Five really solid innings after last year he was outstanding. 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, walked two, and struck out six on only 77 pitches, but it was enough. Uh, and yeah, so a solid season debut for Sonny Gray. So we would take a 1-0 lead early on at the bottom of the first. Brendan Donovan, an RBI single to put us up 1-0. Uh, and Donovan last year, as uh, Brendan will probably be the everyday second baseman uh, this season. Donovan last year had 14 homers, drove in 73. Uh, really solid season last year, played pretty much every game. Uh, and yeah, so he had a great year last year after having a season-ending injury the year before. So that would give us an early 1-0 lead, and it would stay 1-0 until the bottom of the second. Lars Nootbaar, a two-run home run to put us up 3-0. Nootbaar leading off in this one, and when healthy, Lars Nootbaar is a very good player, and he's battled injuries quite a bit throughout his career, missed quite a bit of time. Last year still appeared in 109 games, hit 12 homers, and drove in 45. And walks a lot, had 52 walks, pretty high on base percentage. 367 on base percentage in 2023. So that will put us up 3 to nothing. Then in the bottom of the third, catcher Ivan Herrera would put us up 4 to nothing. To so that'll give us a 4 to nothing lead. Herrera, his first opening day. So that would put us up 4 nothing. Ivan Herrera now basically will be the Cardinals' everyday catcher now, with Wilson Contreras moving from catcher to first base full time. Uh, and yeah, so that'll put us up 4 nothing, and Sonny Gray off to a very good start. The Twins would strand the bases loaded in the top of the second. Uh, Gray would strike out the signing order in the fourth, and then the Twins would get on the board to make it 4-2 on a two-run home run by ex-Cardinal outfielder Harrison Bader. That's right, Harrison Bader. This is his first game as a Twin before with the Cardinals from 2017 through 22. He was then sent to the Yankees, spent last year with the New York Mets, and now is with the Twins. And so those were the only 2 runs that Sonny Gray would allow, and then pitched in relief in the sixth inning would be right-hander Kyle Lehey. Last year was his first full season in the majors, and not a great debut. Would get 2 outs, but would also walk about and give up a single. And then left-hander John Kane would come in, would allow an RBI double to All-Star from last year, Willie Castro, saw him make it 4-3. And then a 1-2-3 seventh inning from right-hander Chris Roycroft, a rookie from last year, basically bounced up and down from the majors and the minors. So 1-2-3 seventh inning for Roycroft, pitched in 27 games last year, all in relief, ERA over 4, struck out 33. And yeah, and then in the top of the eighth, we would see the Cardinals debut for right-handed reliever Phil Maton. And Phil Maton, who is now with his sixth team, spent last year with the Tampa Bay Rays and New York Mets, pitched in 71 games. So he was a workhorse last year, and a 2.51 ERA with the Mets. So he's had a pretty solid career. He's previously with San Diego, Cleveland, and Houston. And a scoreless eighth inning in his Cardinals debut. So that was solid to see on 13 pitches. And then in the bottom of the eighth, Nolan Arenado with a solo home run to put us up 5-3. And that must have felt good for Arenado, who of course seemed like he was going to be traded in the offseason. Trade never happened, or at least never agreed to a trade. And yeah, so that would put us up 5-3. And yes, that's got to feel great for Arenado. Had a bit of a rough season last year, a down season, only 19 homers, or only 16 homers, drove in only 71. That was the fewest homers he had in a full season since his rookie year back in 2013. So, and yeah, and only had a 719 OPS last year. So that was great to see. And then closing it out would be Ryan Helsley, a 1-2-3 ninth inning, striking out the side to give us the win on opening day, 4-3. Helsley last year, who led all of baseball with 49 saves, and also a Cardinals single season record. So, yes, this is just a great way to start the season. Willis Contreras in his first game appearing at first base. Well, actually not first time ever, but first time in a while. So now we at first base consistently. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Lars Nootbaar 2 hits, 2 RBIs with that 2-run homer, batting leadoff. 2 hits for a catcher, Ivan Herrera. Victor Scott II, now in his second season, will go 0 for 4. Also Mason Wynn, the stud young shortstop, will go 0 for 3. So, but yeah, so just great to see Cardinals back in action. Great crowd after the delay. So yeah, so we'll be back in action Saturday afternoon after a day off tomorrow. And getting the start Saturday will be right-hander Eric Fetty. Eric Fetty, who last year in 10 starts with the Cardinals was 2-5 with 3.72 ERA. We acquired him at the deadline from the Chicago White Sox, and yeah, and was solid. Had an up and down season when he joined the Cardinals. So right-hander Joe Ryan goes for Minnesota. So see what happens then. Hopefully have another solid game just like today. So till Saturday, count expected saying, go Cards.